2019, live in the flesh, in the body, in the spirit. So, what we're going to bring, to you all today is some powerful, some very, very powerful insight. This King Dave, I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself for those who don't know. I'm King Dave, aka King Dave, BKA King Dave. I love you all. This the Senate, city shit.
Hey man, Mr. Atlanta is in the building, man. We back again. We love the shit out of y'all. We missed y'all. The last time we seen y'all, it was like 4 or 5 hours ago. So, we missed y'all for that time then. Maybe a little longer than that. But, goddamn, we got something special for you today, man. I got my brothers with me, you know what I mean? And, we finna show y'all how much we love y'all, how much we fuck with the street. You know what I mean? We're gonna do something real special for y'all. We're gonna start the New Year's out like this right here, right?
Yeah, man. Inside the Black Minds, man. We here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got this masterpiece called Images. And it's featuring King Dave. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this thing acapella for y'all one time. We go something like this right here. I say, They watching, people how they gossip, people how they follow, people they cause problems. We got knowledge, but we rather be the bottom, and that's probably why a lot of us end up in a coffin. Who gon' lead us? Help us to see the demons of crush when your people leaning, you don't see that quiet often. It's the meaning in every reason I bring it. I'm correcting my image, I'm protecting my image. Making better decisions, yeah. Can I get a witness? And they saying no hope for my generation. I'm say, hold on, I got y'all. And they saying no hope for my generation. I might be the guy to save them, though I was the guy they hated. Yeah. We can work together and run this thing like a relay. Just think about Rosa Parks and do it for Kunta for Kinte. Everybody back in the hood. I ain't slacking, I promise you the reason I do it. I know people that's loyal who will honor their word. When I say they come from the soil, boy, they come from the dirt. All my siblings, I put y'all first. They gon' say that I said it when it's all done. My heart, goes out to you all. I become your umbrella for the rain when it falls. They watching, people how they gossip, people how they follow, people they cause problems. We got knowledge, but we rather be the bottom, and that's probably why a lot of us end up in the coffin. Who gon' lead us? Help us to see the demons of crush when your people leaning, you don't see that quiet often. This the meaning in every reason I bring it. I'm correcting my image, I'm protecting my image. Yeah. Making better decisions. Can I get a witness? Yeah. Can I get a witness? Yeah. Can I get a witness?
I'm the sign of wishful wisdom, a willfully intention of future reference from my people. My grateful skills appear to behold. I'm alpha, you omega without them. However it concludes, a vapor. Fuse to the tube, gas in the cube, ass in the pews, I'm amused. You don't see this quite often. Life is a mystery, death is a clue. Like a discovery of fire in your shoes, the dilemma of it hurts. The adventure of a fool, the advent brew, particles in your food. False advertising, mythology, articles in the news. I'm a prodigy from a cocoon. My outcomes bloom, a butterfly if you catch it. Yeah. Now can I get a witness?
Hey.
You never know when I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's the phobia they feel right now.
Yeah.
Frightened in the unknown. Can I get a witness?
Can I get a witness?
Yeah.
They watching, people how they gossip, people how they follow, people they call problems. Yeah. We got knowledge, but we rather be the bottom, and that's probably why a lot of us end up in a coffin. Who gon' lead us? Help us to see the demons of crush when your people leaning, you don't see that quiet often. It's the meaning in every reason I bring it. I'm correcting my image, I'm protecting my image. Yeah. Making better decisions. Can I get a witness?
Yeah.
That way. That way.
Yeah.
Hey, this how you blow the bird feathers. I got damn birds wearing that to get the birds out.
Yeah, right.
Hey, that This how we bring the year to you now.
Yeah,
You know, they had all those performances going on last night. They had, you know, a lot of these, you know, people on TV performing, doing their shows, and, you know, I mean, but how many of them was actually giving you truth? How many of them was actually being sincere? How many we ain't getting paid for this shit. We is not getting paid for this shit. So, you know, how many people are sincerely and genuinely fucking with y'all like that out there? I'm sorry if you're not used to being fucked with genuinely. If people ain't showing you genuine love out there, I apologize because they don't know no better, and you fucking up for continuing to deal with that. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the subject, topic of discussion. I know a lot of people have seen this symbol before. And we want to make sure we get this thing in here, because I know a lot of people have seen that symbol before. Alright, so what we looking at right now is a square and a compass. And this is a Masonic symbol. So anytime you see this symbol, you know that you're in the company of some Masons. Square and the compass. Notice that G in the middle. Alright. The square and the compass also stands as a symbol in that a circle is drawn with a compass, and in an oblique it is drawn with a square. Okay, these two symbols, as we have seen, are analogous to the sexual organs, and when placed together, they represent the act of sexual intercourse between a man and woman. Okay, see, sometimes in masonry, they'll lie to their new initiates, and I'm going to show you proof of that next, that the G stand for God or geometry. But in actuality, the G stands for generative principle. Okay, man, woman come together, they make child. So that's a generative principle. Okay, but they're not educating people nor they own upon, you know, their initiation of what the G actually stand for. And we're gonna get to that soon, right here in a second. I just want to show you, for the ladies, I want to show you what the ladies got going on. These will be the female adoptive Masons, which will be the Eastern Stars. Okay, so this is what the emblem of the Order of the Eastern Star is. Anybody who's studied symbology, they understand what a 5-point star represent. They understand that this is an upside down 5-point star inside of a pentagon. Okay, so then we know that the 5-point star, or also known as a pentacle, has never meant anything righteous or good. We recognize that. Okay, and that's the symbol for the Order of Eastern Star. So whenever people see that symbol, or those two symbols, recognize that you're in the company of Masons and Eastern Stars. Now, why are we talking about these people? You know, since they have, you know, very little significance in our world. Okay, we're gonna let you know why we talking about these people real soon. Alright, I want to go to next. I'm gonna show you an excerpt that came from a book that a guy by the name of Albert Pike wrote. Okay, and I'm gonna show you these excerpts, and then we're gonna explain real concisely who Albert Pike actually was. Alright, this is an excerpt that came from Albert Pike's book. We want to make sure we get this so that we can see as I read along. I'm going to start from here. The blue degrees are but the outer court or portico of the temple. Part of the symbols are displayed there to the initiate, but he is intentionally misled by false interpretations. It is not intended that he shall understand them, but it is intended that he shall imagine that he understands them. Their true explication is reserved for the adepts, the princes of masonry. Okay, and this is an excerpt from Albert Pike's book, Morals and Dogma, on page 819. One more excerpt from this same book I want to show y'all. Alright. We'll make sure we get good look at this, okay? Nobody say, man, I can't read what that shit say. Okay, I'm gonna read along. Masonry, like all the religions, all the mysteries, Hermeticism, and alchemy, conceals its secrets from all except the adepts and sages. or the elect, and uses false explanations and misinterpretations of its symbols to mislead those who deserve only to be misled. So now notice we got the Masons, a Mason, a 33rd degree Mason, saying that his new initiates in the same organization or fraternity he's a part of deserve to be misled. Okay, so then what you think about their ideology or their mindset to those who are not a part of the association? To conceal the truth, which it calls light, from them, and to draw them away from it. Truth is not for those who are unworthy or unable to receive it, or would pervert it. The truth must be kept secret, and the masses need a teaching proportioned to their imperfect reason. Every man's conception of God must be proportioned to his mental cultivation and intellectual powers and moral excellence. God is, as man conceives him, the reflected image of man himself. Okay then. So this come, and I'm gonna educate you real fast on who Albert Pike was. Again, you know, Albert Pike, amongst a lot of the people that's a part of the Masonic lodges, once they learn about Albert Pike and hear about Albert Pike and find out some of the things that he was actually exposing about his fraternity that he was a part of, the Masons, Freemasonry, secret Masonry, however you want to term it, these people actually started to dislike this guy for obvious reasons. All right, but Albert Pike, as you can see right here, this is a statue of Albert Pike in Washington, D.C. And I'm gonna read. I had this document prepared. So we can show and prove. You know, we don't just talk about shit. You know, here live. You know, Zone 1 King. You know, and what's going on inside of the black minds. We don't just talk about it. We be about it. We show and prove. You know, we about that action.
Fact.
You know, that way. Okay, so Albert Pike was a 33rd degree Mason. He was one of the founding fathers and head of the ancient accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, being the Grand Commander of the North American Freemasonry from 1859 and retained that position until his death in 1891. Albert Pike was honored as Southern Regional Leader of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. A statue of him stands on a pedestal near the foot of Capitol Hill, between the Department of Labor building and the Municipal building, between 3rd and 4th Streets on D Street Northwest. Okay, so real fast, I'm gonna ask a question. Who do you know that was not a member of the government, and or we'll just say this, who do you know who was not a member of government that has been placed on a statue in front of a government building? I don't know nobody. Maybe somebody can hit me on the email. Maybe somebody can, you know, send a comment to the page. Somebody can reach us on YouTube, Facebook. In various ways to reach. You can write Reginald Johnson in here, you know, in prison. I'm in the Georgia prison system. You can write Reginald Johnson. It's easy to contact me. I mean, goddamn, we not hiding. There's nowhere for us to hide. So we not doing no hiding. If anybody can find somebody who was not a government official and that they was actually posted in front of a building, I will guarantee you that if this person was not a government official and they're posted anywhere in front or around of a government building, a statue to them, they was in a Masonic lodge or Eastern Star Lodge for a woman. Okay? Now, why would they do that? Because our government, the United States government, is inspired and pretty much composed of Freemasonry. Okay, and another one of the things we're gonna deal with is we're gonna deal with the relationship. We're gonna deal with the relationship between government, masonry, and religion. Real quick, I'm gonna show you one more thing here about how these religions tie in with the masonry. Okay, right here, what we're looking at. We're looking at the symbol right here of Mohammedanism. Some people call it Islam, but Islam is not actually a religion. Islam is a way of life. I serve Lord and Master. Okay, so then when we dealing with religion, we're not dealing with Islam. We're dealing with Mohammedanism. Since they said that Prophet Muhammad was the messenger that brought the word to him, then this would be Mohammedanism. Okay, this right here, as we see the same symbols in Mohammedanism, we see on a fez to the Shriners. Now, a Shriner is a higher degree Mason. Oh, so now we see the symbology of these symbols. The sun, moon, and the star. We see that? Okay. So there we see a relationship. We see a relationship, and we'll even go as far. We'll even go as far as this. I'm even doing this for y'all, because one thing about the truth, it's a champion without opponent.
That right, come on.
Okay, so the truth being a champion without opponent, that means nobody can refute or oppose the truth.
That right.
Not without looking like a duck, an idiot. Okay, so then this is what we gonna do. We gonna show right here. This is the oath of the Shriners. Right here in blue writing, we see the oath of the Shriners. Okay? And I'll read this real quick. In willful violation whereof may I incur the fearful penalty of having my eyeballs pierced to the center with a 3-edged blade, my feet flayed, and I be forced to walk on the hot sands upon the sterile shores of the Red Sea. Don't it sound like when we ran them 2,200 miles across the Arabian Desert? Oh, okay. Until the flaming sun shall strike me with livid plague. And may Allah, the God of Arab, oh shit, they giving it away, Muslim and Mohammedan, the God of our fathers, support me in the entire fulfillment of the same. Amen, amen, amen. Amen, which means so might it be, or so mote it be, as they say in Masonic ceremonies, or it is as you say. Okay, so then that's a notation of an agreement. All right, real fast, we're gonna move on. We're gonna show real fast how many people are actually familiar with this. Right here we see Baphomet. They got a white boy in there done with a Baphomet tattoo on the back of his head, and it's crazy because he can walk around, a lot of our people in here, black people I'm speaking about, and everybody can see it and nobody has a clue what the fuck that means. Okay then, so then we're gonna dissect what that means. Okay, right here in the document that was prepared, okay, we'll start right here. It is interesting to note that when the Knights Templars were arrested, their property confiscated, and many of them burnt at the stake in the 1300s, one of the charges brought against them by King Philip IV of France was against the Knights Templar, was that the Knights Templar worshiped an idol named Baphomet. This name was traceable back to Mahomet or Muhammad. Okay, so Baphomet is traceable back to Mahomet or Muhammad, the same Prophet Muhammad that the Muslims speak about. Okay, you may note the double image of the crescent moon in the drawing of Baphomet above. Muhammad was the prophet of Allah who was known as a lunar deity. The crescent moon figures prominently in Islam. Okay, so why is that so important? Now are we starting to see the relationship between religion, government, and masonry? Are we seeing that? Are we seeing that now? Okay, and I'm just being brief with this because for the sake of time, for a want of time. I could be in here, we'll be in this motherfucker all day. They'll tell you, we can look right here. This is my personal locker. Just to let y'all see what's going on inside the black mind. This is my personal locker. This shit don't stop. I got shit in here for days. This shit do not stop. There's no way you can have something inside your mind and not have shit inside your locker.
That right.
Okay, then, so, we do this for day, we do this for bread and meat, we do this for, the people we love, we do this for us. Because this is what it's about, us. We talked about the significance of us last night. Okay, right. This is a Quran for the people that are unaware. This is the book of the Mohammedan religion. Okay? And if we go to Surah, the 5th Surah, Surah 5, Ayat 51, you're more than welcome to follow us. I'm going to read. O you who have believed, do not take the Jews and the Christians as allies. Some Quran say as friends. They are in fact allies of one another. And whoever is an ally to them among you, then indeed he is one of them. Indeed, Allah guides not the wrongdoing people. Okay, so clearly we see right here in the Quran, they're instructing the Muslims not to take the Jews and the Christians as their friends. All right, so again, we notice a principle of divide and conquer. So this is what we're trying to do. Because the same people that created Mohammedanism are the same people that created Christianity. Okay, and we know this because we know that the Quran is composed of the first 5 books of the Bible, or the Torah, or the book of the prophets, or the laws of Moses. We understand that. So which came first, the Bible or the Quran? The Bible had to came first. Okay, and since the Bible is the Quran, is a derivation of the Bible, then we know that the same creators of the Bible have to be the same creators of the Quran. We would just know that. Okay then. All right. And I'm going to show you here what we're looking at is a Bible. This is a New International Version of the Bible. Okay. And we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 6, chapter 6, verse 14. And I'm going to read. Do not be yoked together with unbelievers. For what do righteousness and wickedness have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? What harmony is there between Christ and Belial? What does a believer have in common with an unbeliever? Okay, so we stop that right there. Clearly, what we seeing, what we identifying is the fact of division. Okay, so then we seeing that this division is being instilled in us mentally through our belief system. Okay, through a belief system that was given us. I mean, none of this stuff is original of you because if it was, you wouldn't need them to tell you that. Okay, you would just perform. All right, now we're in Luke 12. We're in Luke 12. We're finna allow for people to see exactly what their Jesus Christ said. Luke chapter 12, verse 49, it reads, I have come to bring fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. But I have a baptism to undergo, and how distressed I am until it is completed. Do you think I came to bring peace on earth? No. But I tell you, but division. Were we seeing that?
Didn't know that one. Wow.
Do you think that I came to bring peace on earth? This is what Jesus said. No, I didn't come to bring peace. I came to bring division. So now this is what your Jesus Christ is saying that he came to do. I didn't make this shit up. They said that. Okay, so there's no reason to be mad at me. All right. We're going on to chapter 14 of Luke real fast. We're at chapter 14, verse 25. Okay, and I'm going to read. Large crowds were traveling with Jesus, and turning to them, he said, if anyone comes to me and does not hate his father and mother, his wife and children, his brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, he cannot be my disciple. And anyone who does not carry his cross and follow me cannot be my disciple. Okay, so we want to make note that he says that anyone
who comes to me and does not hate his father and mother, his wife and children, his brothers and sisters, yes, even his own life, is not worthy of him. How many of y'all willing to hate yourself, your mother, your brothers, or anybody else that they want for you to hate? How many of y'all willing to do that? I'm gonna close on this on the subject matter because I want to show some people some things that they may be unaware of. All right, the scope and focus of this Bible and this religion was to brainwash the black slaves. It was to brainwash us. Okay, it wasn't meant to take in a literal sense. This was all meant to take in a spiritual or in a symbolic sense. Okay, and this is why the Bible reads in John 4, chapter 4, verse 23, that God is spirit and his true worshipers must worship him in spirit and truth. Okay, so then these are the kind of worshipers that God seeks, the ones who worship him in spirit and truth. Okay, then, so then if we worship him in spirit and truth, spirit means energy. All right, so in energy and truth, this means that if you want to believe what somebody else told you, but it's not true, then this means that you have no belief. This means that you're generating a negative emission of energy toward nothingness. This means that you're being idle. This means that you're just giving, and not receiving nothing. If you drive a car long enough and you run the gas out the tank and don't put nothing else in there, what's going to happen? I mean, I just figured I wasn't the only one that was thinking like that. Okay, in Ephesians, the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 5, what do we have here?
Slaves.
Oh, man. I know they ain't put this in the Bible. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear, and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. Obey them not only to win their favor when their eye is on you, but like slaves of Christ doing the will of God from your heart. Serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord, not men, because you know that the Lord will reward everyone for whatever good he does, whether he is slave or free. And masters, gotta say something to the masters. You gotta give them some type of instruction. Treat your slaves in the same way. Do not threaten them, since you know that he who is both their master and yours is in heaven, and there is no favoritism with him. That's one scripture. We're going to go to another. Colossians. We're in Colossians 3 right now, verse 22. What that say?
Slaves.
Man, I know we ain't seeing this again. Slaves, obey your earthly masters in everything, and do it. Not only to win their eye, when their eye is on you, and to win their favor, but with sincerity of heart and reverence for the Lord. I ain't even gonna finish the rest of it. Y'all can read that on your own time. I'm gonna go to we're going to 1 Peter this time. I'm going to 1 Peter this time because, you know, I know what's gonna happen. Somebody is actually gonna have enough wits, and somebody is actually gonna see this and take this message that we giving, this truth that we provide. Somebody's actually somewhere in the world.
Somebody.
At least one person is gonna go research this stuff, and they're gonna find that this stuff is substantially true. Okay, they're gonna know that yes, this is what they have done to us, without a shadow of a doubt. They're not gonna allow for something that Mama taught me when I was young, what Grandma told me, what my teacher said, what the pastor said. You know, these people are who we thought or believed to have our best interests in mind. And in most cases, they do. Okay, but in the event that they were deceived and misled, how could they have kept you off the track of being misled? They could have only given you what they had.
Exactly.
They couldn't give you something that they didn't have. Okay, so it's not to say that your parents are wrong or your grandma was wrong or the pastor was this and that and you know, okay, but in the event that we don't know that they know, then you never challenge what they say. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're teaching people how to be dependent instead of dependent on self instead of mind dependent on somebody else. Okay, so this is what we're teaching. All right, if we go to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. What they say?
Slaves.
Man, I know. What had been in what 3-4 scriptures now?
Exactly.
And every one of them has been talking about slavery. Okay, slaves, submit yourself to your masters with all respect, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. Man, that's crazy. Since all of those scriptures was in the New Testament, because I know I'm going to have a few smart people out there that's going to say, oh, well, you showed all those in the New Testament. They wasn't doing that in the Old Testament. Boy, you wrong.
Exactly.
I'm finna show you. You dead ass wrong, boy. Hell yeah. Okay, so now if we go, you know, we know what's going on. You know, we in tune.
Of course.
We in tune. You know, some people be saying they in tune, but they don't really be in tune. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We know one thing about it. When that light come on, the roaches got to go, man.
Right.
They got to get out of them. All right, then. So what we talking about right here, we in Jeremiah. We let the people see where we at. We're in Jeremiah chapter 34, right here in verse 8. And you can read for yourself verse 8 through 16 of Jeremiah chapter 34. As you can see it headed right here, it says freedom for who?
Slaves.
Again, we talking about slaves. And not in the New Testament this time, because we know, going to have a smart ass that's going to end up saying, hey, look, the only thing he was talking about was a bunch of shit that was in the New Testament. So that, we know that they watered that down and stuff like that. Okay, but so on and so forth. Real fast, now that we got that out of the way, real fast, we got to let you hear. Before I go, I must allow for you to hear from my brothers. King Dave, I must allow.
I'm in the building.
I must allow, because, they'll fuck around and forget and think, oh, okay, we just,
You know how I go.
Oh, man.
I'm in the building.
Oh, man.
I am present.
Oh, man.
I am attentive to true knowledge, the truth. So we're in the building, believe it. We're in the building. We're trying to continue to, have acolytes, for the right, reasons, and that's, again, we're truth seekers. So we're trying to have acolytes, followers, who are, trying to go in the right direction.
Okay, then.
Yeah, man. Back to I'm here with inside the minds of the
Black mind.
inside the black minds. I'm sorry, but yeah, though, man. This ain't the to make you hate people or nothing like that. But it's just to enlighten the people, bring the people to light. You see what I'm saying? If you do have any rage, you take that rage. You know what I'm saying, and you project that energy into something positive.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And you show them that you know what I'm saying, you can excel and see and be what you really are. You see what I'm saying? And be what we really are. You see what I'm saying? The black man. You see what I'm saying? The black woman. You see what I'm saying? So we got to keep our attentions pure. You see what I'm saying? At all times. You see what I'm saying? And keep that positive light around us. You see what I'm saying? That's the way the negative can't penetrate. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave y'all with that.
There you go. All right. And real fast, we're gonna close. I always try to have a message, for the streets. And today's message to the streets is I'm speaking to y'all women out there, okay? Alright, you need to be careful, women. You need to be careful about the people that you're dealing with that's coming out of jails and out of prisons, okay? Alright, now this is not to say that everybody is in here that's just, locked up, they're just weak-minded, they just fall for other men, and they indulge in shit that they shouldn't indulge in.
Obviously, they see that.
It's crazy. So, what I'm saying is you want to be careful with the type of people that you're dealing with, because some of these dudes in here fuck niggas. For people that don't know what that means, they're what we call faggots in Georgia. They fuck niggas.
A lot of them.
Alright, so you got a lot of them that run around here that's with this macho shit. Some in gangs, some ain't in gangs. Some are regular civilians, as myself. Some, they perpetrate. Some are Muslims. Yeah, some are a part of religions. Most definitely. Some are Christians. They had this Cairo shit. Most of them are faggots. I think the Cairo's flag is like what, a rainbow color flag or some shit, or a pink flag?
Yeah, rainbow.
I mean, where the fuck they do that at? Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Alright, what I'm trying to do is make sure that you women out there are not catching no AIDS, y'all not catching HIV, y'all not catching any type of sexually transmitted diseases based on dealing with a guy that didn't inform you of what he had going on while he was in here.
Make that nigga get checked.
He need to be checked. You know, I got black men in here around me. You know, we clearly know, you know we don't mind exposing. So, you know, had any one of us been in this motherfucker fucking up, we would get exposed. We not, you know, exempt from exposure. So then, you know, if you walk right, then you walk light. Okay, so then if you walking in light, then this means you walking in truth. And see, we love women. We love women.
Boy, we love them.
We love women. I think that the black woman is the most beautiful thing on planet Earth. This coming from a black man. This ain't what a white boy told me. This ain't what they think. This ain't what the government think. This, you know, this is what I'm saying. Okay, this is just me. It don't mean that this is a fact. I'm just saying, me, I think the black woman is the most beautiful thing on planet Earth. Okay, so this is what we trying to do. We trying to make sure that black women, be careful with who you dealing with, because everybody ain't who the fuck they say they is. Okay, we want to make sure we touch bases on that. We want to make sure that we also know that. Okay, a lot of you. Okay, a lot of you people have been told about the mass incarceration release. A lot of people have been told about that. If you have an opportunity, go on YouTube and you can type "the event is beginning!" ! The mass exodus, the mass prison exodus! ! The event is beginning! ! The mass prison exodus! ! They'll show you a video on YouTube that'll speak and give you some, you know, insight and expounding on how this mass incarceration release is going to take place, because it's supposed to be taking place here after the 1st. Okay, so beginning after the day, this is when this stuff is supposed to be taken in progress. And we know why it's going on. We know what's going on. We know that we influencing the decisions that a lot of the politicians is making, because we know that when the Father speaks, the Son must listen. We know that. For those at 133rd Street, you know where we at, you know what we mean, you know we shine light, we keep our headlights on, we keep our headlights bright. You know, we drive everywhere we go with our lights on. So, you know, it's not hard to find us. We throw birthday parties, you know, we attend family reunions. You know, again, you know, we cause rain, snow, hail, and earthquake. So anytime you're dealing with the original man, the creator, the making owner of planet Earth and the father of civilization, you know that we are truth. Love y'all. A-Town, stand up. Houston, stand up. New York, stand up. LA, stand up. Everywhere in the world, stand up. Africa, stand up. Jamaica, stand up. Haiti, stand up. Seapost, stand up. Hey man, we fucking with that Deuce the long way. Stand up. We love y'all. We gonna holler at y'all whenever we see y'all again. We get oh look, I got my pocket from the Deuce right here. Yo, make sure we get that.
Hey man, come on, man.
We collided, man.
Hey man,
You know what it is.
some big 91244 shit. Hey man, that Atlanta Savannah shit. We throw that in the trash can. We just started a new epidemic. We fucking with that poke that way. West side shit out of here.